I love the idea that the commercial space could be something that could really be an anchor for downtown New Baltimore. There's already some great places here, but this building is kind of the anchor of downtown. Whoever is willing to take on the challenge of the main floor, they really have to love downtown New Baltimore and love the waterfront and love the opportunity to be in such an iconic historic building that's really, in my opinion, the anchor of downtown New Baltimore. The Baker building is now available for pre-leasing. What that means, if you're not aware of what pre-leasing is that we're looking for tenants now to fill the spaces of both commercial and residential between now and by the time the building is complete within the next year. Let's go take a look inside of what happened in the past 9 months. The pre-leasing is basically, we want to get a list of tenants and start qualifying them. Once the building is done, we have tenants lined up to move upstairs and hopefully downstairs as well. So down here, not much has changed other than leveling out of the dirt. Whenever we do find a tenant who's interested in leasing out the space and making this their own, that we'll have basically a blank canvas for them to set up their plumbing, electrical, and so that's why the floor isn't finished, because obviously the plumbing has to run all underneath the ground. Over here we've had a whole new staircase put in, extra wide. This was a huge undertaking, so they just got that done. And then on this side, again, you're not going to see much change because, again, this is part of the commercial space that will be that blank canvas for whatever tenant wants to, however they want to set it up, whether it be restaurant or whatever tenant we'd end up getting in this space. Downstairs, you're going to have mainly all commercial space. It could be 1 or 2 spaces, just depends on what a tenant wants. It will be a white box space, which just basically means the tenant can come in and design it how they want. Upstairs we have landing space for all 3 apartments. You'll have another commercial space in the back here. This will be that office space. It's a little over 700 square feet. It can be used for whatever office, maybe a speakeasy, who knows? And then over here is the largest of the 3 apartments. It's just over 1,500 square feet, if I recall. 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Here you got a large kitchen, living room area. So up here, all new windows, all new framing. Steel was in place when we were here last time, but that's perfect for the structure. Waiting on drywall and HVAC, electrical, so it's all moving along pretty well. So this will be the entry into these 2 apartments here. Start at this back unit. This will have as well 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. Again, you'll see all new framing here. And all new windows. They've framed them out as well. So they're moving along really well with these. You'll have your kitchen and living room in this main area, bedrooms in the back with a full bathroom. And then we'll move over to the other unit real quick. And walking into this unit, you got a bedroom here. We'll have another bedroom here, bathroom. This will be your main space, kitchen, living room, dining room. Again, a lot of new framing. They're going to keep the ceiling, I believe, both of these ceilings. And then you'll have like a small den over here as well in this section with a little closet. So new windows here as well. I mean, throughout the whole building, they had to do all new windows, but they kept the nice arch architecture. Pretty much the space and a lot of the updates that have been done. So from what Zach has spoken of Ted and the small conversations I've had, is he's been instrumental in the development and permitting and getting everything, to this point. Zach speaks super highly of Ted and met him for the first time, and you could just tell he's a great guy.
We all grew up here, so we remember this one with Stahl's Bakery and everything else. So yeah, I think there's some nostalgia that goes with it also. I'm kind of excited to see, I'm excited for everybody to see what it looks like at the end. So like in 6-8 months, I think people are going to like, this is a really cool old building, and that's what I'd like.
He's a family friend. And I wouldn't say I chose him, I convinced him, or I should say I tricked them.
This isn't something I do often. I've been in New Baltimore a long time. My office is right in New Baltimore. I know everybody here. And because it's unique and I happen to know Zach, it's kind of one of the projects I think it's going to be kind of fun to do.
I don't think he knew exactly what he was getting into, but it's working out.
I think most of the bad things I've already discovered, but amazing when it's all covered how much bad you actually discover.
I'd say we made some pretty significant progress. As you can tell, we're sitting on the floors upstairs.
Put new concrete floors in on the second floor, help with the sound barrier between the main floor, whatever commercial space is going to be down there.
Once we put in all the concrete, you can just sort of feel how everything, it's a lot sturdier.
It was creaking a lot when we started this, and now everything is nice and tight and very solid.
They got new windows in place, both on the main floor and the second floor. Add all the steel for structural, new roof, new HVAC. So eventually when the electricity and the gas is all hooked up, we'll have heat in here. My nose won't be red.
We're in the dead of winter, so it is January, and we've just done the rough at this, so we still haven't done all the mechanicals. We're just starting the electric, plumbing, and HVAC. Got the HVAC units are on the roof right now.
What are you looking for out of the space downstairs?
That's an interesting question. I think a brewery would have been fun. I would think, maybe a pizza place would be cool. There are a lot of niches that we don't actually have right now.
I talked with Zach at length about what the vision of a great tenant would be. In most cases, the building seems to be set up best for a restaurant, bar, and we had discussed, looking at layout. The side closest to the water would probably be more suitable for bar seating and maybe a few tables, and then the other side farthest away from the water would just be more tables and more seating for customers. The back portion would be more set up for kitchen, dishwashing, office space, and and that's if restaurant would be the perfect fit. There's other discussions where the side closest to the water could be a restaurant or coffee shop, and then the other side could be office space, or maybe that's a coffee shop and the other side's a restaurant. Just something that would work well in the mix of what we have as far as businesses in downtown. Like a craft coffee shop bakery would probably do pretty well, I would think. There's a couple bakeries, a couple coffee shops down here, but something that's like custom, like where it's has the decor to draw people in to visit and make more of an experience. Apartments should be available, like I said, late summer. They'll probably be available prior to the commercial space, just due to the commercial space needing to be built out still, which that'll take time. So if we get a tenant downstairs that has significant build out costs, that could take a year. You just don't know depending on what they need. Whereas upstairs, they're gonna push forward as quickly as possible with the upstairs and building the apartments out.
Both the Historical Commission, the mayor, the planning, ZBA, everybody's worked to try to make this project, help it go. It was, there were a lot of challenges to try to get this project done, and with the city's help, it's a project we're gonna get done.
This thing will be here long after I'm forgotten. So yes, it'll be great to look at. Yes, I will have a certain amount of pride. But once we put that steel in, that was probably the big day, because it didn't make sense for me economically to put the steel in. Having problems getting things done, like I said, the place probably should have been bulldozed. But we made the decision, my brother and I, that we were moving forward. We put the steel in, and when I came here and I saw the steel in, I said, does anybody realize what happened? I was talking to the mayor or somebody else, and they're like, what do you mean? You just got steel in it. That means it can never come down. It's done. Steel is in, it's a historical building. It's going to be here for hundreds of years.
So as far as pricing goes, we've structured the downstairs on a per square foot basis, similar to most rental spaces for commercial. It'll be a triple net lease with CAM costs. On the upstairs, it'll be gross leases outside of that office space. That'll also be a per square foot triple net lease with the CAM costs as well. We've set leasing prices on those, and those could be subject to change by the time we do get it on the market. So probably not gonna disclose the specific numbers just yet, but they will be on the market soon. For anyone who's interested in learning more about the building or leasing a space, whether it be the commercial or the residential, feel feel free to reach out to me anytime. You can direct message me on social media, Mike Meldrum, or you can call or text me on my cell. The number will be on the signs surrounding the building, but if not, it's 586-876-4041.